All right, match 2. Yeah, we're on the play. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, and this is a keep if I've ever seen one. Normally I like to lead on Bomat, but given the particulars of this hand, I might lead on Soulscar. Soulscar represents a little more damage. Plus, also they might. Actually, I'll lead on Bomat because realistically, well, one way to look at it is Bomat's most likely going to die, so Soulscar can deal extra damage. However, the other way to look at it is that at the end of the day, one card is most likely worth more than one life, and if Bomat does somehow manage to live, the one extra card it draws can be quite a doozy. Alright, plus, who knows, we might draw another 1-drop. Alright. The only thing that gives me pause about playing Firebolt now is that they might be playing Stoneforge Mystic. If I was pretty confident they weren't playing Stoneforge Mystic, I'd just fire off Firebolt, because we don't really care if these Lava Darts go to the grave. Alright, but we'll fire off the Lava Darts, just get them out of our hand, one by one. Could fire off the Firebolt, but actually, I kind of want to play the Seasoned Pyro. On the other hand, now, you know what, we can basically get the Seasoned Pyro's ability without even having to play it by just emptying our hand here and cracking Bomat when they inevitably try to destroy it. And if they don't try to destroy it, then, well, I think the opponent's in for a world of hurt, because that is not going to cut it. All right, this is a good spot to be in. Even though Seasoned Pyromancer is a very nice card, I will ditch it, because three cards, 3 guaranteed cards, I think, is better than a Seasoned Pyro and 2 random cards. But if we can draw a land and play Seasoned Pyro, then we might really be in business, although then we are contesting with two cards we might have to discard. Okay, interesting, they go after that one. So I might be waiting for our draw step to, well, maybe not. Part of me wants to jam Blood Moon, but if they force a negation, that can be a disaster. This is tricky. You'd think if they had a removal spell, they'd play it by now. So I'm gonna jam it. This might be throwing away our chances here, but I think it's a game-altering. It's enough of a game-altering effect that hopefully may also turn off cards like Lightning Helix. Of course, it doesn't turn off Lightning Bolt, but I have to imagine if they had Lightning Bolt, they probably would have played it by now. Although maybe they didn't have a mountain before. I guess that's possible. But they're completely shut out of the game, though. So, you know, well, it is what it is. We're still actually not in a bad position. You know, so Blood Moon was powerful enough that, yeah. We could just throw off Firebolt. Yeah, I don't see the need to. Just that opportunity to just shut them out of the game was just something we really couldn't pass up. and it is looking like it's paying dividends. So, you know, what can you say? We missed out on all the card draw, but you know, at the end of the day, sometimes Bomat Courier's job is to just distract them long enough to do good stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna just throw off the Firebolt because let's see, if we bring them down to 6, then 3, then possibly Firebolt flashback. Yeah, and we've got another burn spell in reserve, so can we play it until end of next turn? Okay, so we can do this end of turn. You know, just holding it up just in case. Alrighty. See, that's really the role of all these one-drop creatures, is if they tie up the opponent enough, then, you know, sometimes we can slip a Blood Moon in there. Because that's the thing, we want to present all these must-answer threats. They gotta pick them off one by one, and while they're picking them off, we might be able to slip a Blood Moon right in there. Boom. That's the plan, at least. You know, there could be some consideration to playing Flame Slash on the sideboard, maybe in place of Blast Zone, and playing Bone Crusher Giant again. There definitely is some consideration, but I just like the way Flame Slash is half the price of Stomp, and does double the damage, and can deal with way more beefy threats. So actually, Bone Crusher Giant might be better off in the sideboard, but I do really like how Blast Zone cleanly deals with pro-red creatures. You know, blocking is not necessary. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pass up on Blast Zone, so I'm still inclined to go with this configuration for now, but let's see. There's no evidence that they're playing the Stoneforge version, but of course they might, and then we might just get caught off guard. See, the problem is like whether they're playing the Stoneforge version or not, it heavily affects what's good and what's not in the matchup. I kind of wish that whichever version they played, they'd just homogenize over it, but what can you do? For the time being, we'll have to play the guessing game. Well, this is not ideal, and if we were against like Black-Red Shadow, this would be a good argument against having the Fiery Islet in here. But thankfully, we're in a matchup where I doubt this is going to be that punishing. Okay, what's the plan here? Okay, the plan is most likely going to be bolt my Soulscar on site. I can't imagine that they have anything else. Still, the benefits to connecting with Soulscar are still like good enough that I'll take the risk. But I guarantee you, it just eats a Bolt right here. Okay, even I'm wrong sometimes. I was seriously going to play around Bolt, but it's just so weird that they would lead on Mountain if they didn't have Bolt, unless they were completely mana screwed. Why would they keep a hand with one Mountain and nothing else? Unless they accidentally hit keep when they were like, dang it, I meant to mulligan, which could happen. Well, okay, I would have thought they'd lead on Flooded Strand. I don't know, I'm confused. If they were trying to confuse us, then I'm thoroughly confused. Mission accomplished. Maybe they did keep a one-land hand with just Mountain, and then they ripped the Flooded Strand. I don't know. That doesn't seem likely, but or maybe they forgot to play that in a turn. I don't know. Well, let's get our Relic down. Let's preemptively try to deal with the Lightning Bolt. Alright, mission accomplished. Unfortunately, I'm just not so sure if if we can actually stick this Blood Moon, if we even draw land, which we might not. It's worth noting that if they play, yeah, Timely Reinforcements, it would do absolutely nothing here. Well, gotta make a college try on this one, don't we? Hopefully they path it. We can use the extra land. It's not exactly a path. So I'm thinking about just cracking Relic, and I think I will. So we need to draw land that bad. Didn't happen. So we could try to jam Blood Moon, and I think I will. It's kind of unlikely to resolve. It'll probably eat a mana leak, but the reason just being is just the earlier this sticks, the more damage it does. I'm almost tempted to just put this on the bottom, but it's a powerful enough effect that I may want to keep it on top. The problem is I can't afford to keep going back and forth with this, but I don't think I can afford to put it on the bottom. But if they like Field of Ruin me or something, I won't mind it too much, forcing me to shuffle it away. I guess that will be confirmation that it was good to put it on top if they do, because they might have to be altering their plays to shuffle it off the top. Another line I could take is I could play Monastery Swiftspear or Firebolt, light up the stage. But we're behind by enough that I don't know about that. Huh. Definitely didn't expect this one. Well, let's see if we can land the Blood Moon. I mean, we'll take 8 damage, but like, if we can shut off their ability to play counter magic or anything really, I think it'll be worth it. And then we do have enough burn technically to kill it next turn. Just ideally, the order of operations, it would be nice to lock them out first, and then deal with this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Hopefully they can't finish us off with burn. Alright, so let's hope they don't have a Force of Negation. That's another thing too. Blood Moon might have baited out a Force of Negation if they had it. Oh, I got a feeling. Interesting. That's ballsy from them. They let the Blood Moon resolve, but alright. Well, you know, now we've got some answers to this. I think we'll take out Lava Dart. Alright, let's see what we can do here. If they spend a lot of time sideboarding, it might mean that they're taking out the combo. But unless we go down by a little, like 1 hour, 1 minute and 30 seconds, okay. You know, I'm gonna say like it's still worth it to just put them in there. We can always discard them with Seasoned Pyromancer if they're not good. Still, I can't get over the fact that the opponent didn't force the Blood Moon. Because we could have played Seasoned Pyromancer, stalled the board for a bunch of turns. Also, like, you know, like we've stalled Platinum Imperion quite a bit in the past. I wouldn't think they could just allow themselves to get locked out. Platinum Imperium is not impossible for us to deal with, and them being locked out of mostly playing Magic is just kind of difficult. Plus, we had triple Bolt we could have done on their upkeep, and then they couldn't have even forced. Hopefully it's a Path and not a Bolt, but it's definitely a Bolt. Okay, a little odd that they're waiting. I don't really see what they gain by waiting. Unless they got Path, that may be why they're waiting. Hopefully. Hopefully it means they got Path. Okay, that makes no sense. If we had, like, Lava Dart and a lot of lands or something, opponent's just not really playing well. I mean, it's okay. Like, they didn't get punished for that, but there was really no reason to wait there. If they had Path, it would have made a little more sense, but what are they waiting for? Like, what's, you know, we just have the ability to play, like, Lava Dart Flashback or Double Lightning Bolt or something. And we could potentially dish out a lot of damage, but I think there's a good chance our opponent is playing weird and has a removal spell again. So we're just going to play Seasoned Pyromancer while they can't counter this, unless they play Mana Tithe. Yeah, and it's like, obviously we missed out on a lot of potential damage there. I'm really surprised they didn't have a removal spell. So they might be playing Detention Sphere. But you know, we are presenting a pretty menacing board here, and they haven't done anything besides bolt our first creature. We're threatening to attack for at least 6, if not more, next turn. Alright, hopefully we draw like a... Yep, I'll take that. We can even play around Mana Leak. I'm inclined not to play the Soul Scar. So hopefully they block the one of the Soul Scars. That would be ideal. Nope. It's going to amount to the same amount of damage anyway. They're going to want to bolt the Soul Scar. So I'll just let it pass. Yeah, it's the same thing. Oh, I know I said I wouldn't do it, but I'll do it. I know I'm kind of walking into a Supreme Verdict, but this gives us a little more upside next turn, since they opted to take the 2 damage instead of preventing 1. See, if we Lightning Bolted, they would have just bolted one of them in response, so we still would have dealt the same amount of damage. Yeah, if they missed the 4th land drop, that's also kind of brutal to them. Oh, okay, so it's probably Supreme Verdict. Alright, this is fine. It's a known quantity. But at least hopefully we can slam an Obosh. Hag is real too. That is not a Supreme Verdict, so I'm feeling pretty good about my risky play. Should I play this? I think the answer is yes. Although actually, I'm gonna cycle it, believe it or not, because I'm probably gonna draw another land. But yeah, see, I just drew another land. Yeah, we'll hold the Lightning Bolt. I mean, like, really, what's... So we'll attack 1 to Teferi, 1 to Vikings, 1 to Vikings. I mean, if they want to blow a Lightning Bolt or a Path on my 1 Elemental, be my guest. I know they really want to go after the Soul Scar. Yep, see. Alright, so again, against Doctor's advice, I am playing the Soul Scar. And now if they Supreme Verdict, we do know we can slam an Obosh. That is good to know. It's probably a big Teferi. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to bolt and end a turn. Of course, if we know we're going to draw land, then this is not the correct play. But this is our best way to ensure getting rid of this. We're going to play Obosh. They're going to have to counter Obosh. And then our creatures can get through. Yeah, we're going to double attack to Teferi because they really want to get rid of Soul Scar. But then the tokens will get it. We know they can get. We know they are almost certainly able to deal with Soul Scar. Well, maybe not. All right. Well, once again, we. You know, but this is one of the nice things about the deck. Even if they Supreme Verdict here, we've still got staying power with the Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. That's one reason why Seasoned Pyromancer is so good. Is that even when they kill it, like it generates those tokens, which can still put pressure on. It's just a mid-range dream come true, through and through. I mean, what can I say? And if they don't have Supreme Verdict, I have to imagine they're in a world of hurt. They might have Snapcaster, but they don't have any really good targets to deal with Obosh. Very rare that we can stick an Obosh like this against a control deck. Although so far it hasn't really done anything, like because all the creatures went after Teferi. Yep, they have a big Teferi. They might tuck the Obosh. Yeah, they tuck it. Let's see what our play is. Probably make season tokens. And let's see. Oh. Never mind. We're going to play our other season Pyromancer. And we're gonna draw an Obosh. I know, strange. And we'll draw one of these too. So let's see. We do push more damage this way. Yeah, so we push more damage this way, so. So let's just go on cruise control. I don't think since they don't play Cling to Dust, there's no real reason for us to hold up Relic. We'll just chip away at their graveyard. And we'll go 3 to them, 1 to them, 1 to Teferi. Alright, as long as we got one going into Teferi, I don't think they play Gut Shot, so boom. And I have to imagine they're in for a world of hurt. I am probably not going to try to play Obosh. It's just, you know, too much of a target. I mean, I'm presenting lethal. Not quite. Alright, cool. That's cool.